Well, I guess it would help if I added me to the stage. Welcome in, family. I'm Eve with the baby's booty. And tonight we are going to do a super simple project. It is so simple, but it's actually trending. It's trending. I saw it trending in the um, UV printing arena. Not necessarily in our arena, but we're gonna have some fun with it tonight anyway. So hopefully you guys are ready for some sublimation because it's been a while since we've done sublimation. I will be using Kloss, the Sawgrass printer, and this is a um 8.5 by 11. I can't sublimate or print any larger than that at the moment. So that's what well, actually, I think I can do 8.5 by 14, but I haven't tried that yet. So, but we don't need to go that big for this particular project. So I'm excited to do it with you guys tonight. It is with car coasters, which these are the car coasters. The car coasters have the little divot in the top of it, and the little divot is what allows you to put it in the car and then pull it out, easily. But then we are also going to use regular drink coasters, and as you can see, I got the ones from, I want to say this is Michael's because it's Make Market. I'm pretty sure that's right. So we have these regular sublimation coasters. I have two sets of the sublimation coasters. I also have a set of the Make Market sublimation coasters, and I got some extra ones from another sublimation company that I get products from time to time. So I just have a couple of those, and then I even have a little neoprene type. So we're going to do this particular design on all of the coasters. And as you'll see, there's a variety with it, and it's super cool. I thought it was really dope. And I'm sure there's other ways that you guys can spin it to make it even more funky and even more fun and even more custom. But for the time being, this is not going to be custom because I'm going to do a giveaway and give these away somehow. Only a couple of them because we don't have time to give away to a whole bunch of people. But we'll see. And however long that lasts is how long we'll be on. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I spent the day with grandbabies at my son's house. So I was there with 7 of the 10 grandbabies. And so it was a busy day today. I'm a little bit tired. And I'm also in a funk era. I'm in my funk era. So I think I know what it is. I feel it coming on. And so I'm not like really feeling anything right now, not in the mood for much of anything. So that's where I am right now. So we're just going to celebrate and make the best out of it, have as good of a time as I can so that we can let you guys on with the rest of your evening. So thank you for coming to hang out with us tonight. So let's see. Oh, Stacy Collins just bought the Epson F170 sublimation printer to replace your sawgrass. It arrived today. Well, congratulations, Stacy. Holler. Yes, honey. Yeah, congratulations on your new F170. She said replace the sawgrass. Did you sell the other one? Oh no, Pole Sawgrass got kicked all the way to the curb. So I'm gonna jump in the chat briefly and say hi to some of the folks that have come in to hang with us, like Kelly Wyant. She was first. Hey Kelly, hey neighbor, how are you today? Welcome. Hopefully you didn't get any of that storm or rain or anything. It stayed dry our way. Thank God. I'm sick of the rain. So hopefully you did well. D. Smith, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. And thank you for being a member for 25 months. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes, that comment was earlier on in the evening. Hey, Monique Johnson, welcome. And D. Smith and Monique Johnson are members. Thank you so very much for being members here on this channel. Hi, Terry Hunt, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out. Marlene Kelsey, thank you for coming to hang out. And thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member on our channel. We also have Miss JB. Hey, Miss JB, welcome. Thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate it. Michelle, I'm assuming versus Kales. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us and for being a member over here on our channel. I appreciate that. Hey, Sean. I keep wanting to do it. Shantishane. Hopefully I said that right. I've been wanting to say it. But welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Visionary Creations. Thank you for coming to hang out with us as well. And thank you very much for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We also have DB. Hey, DB. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Terry Hunt, thank you for coming in. Elba Ortiz, welcome, and thank you for coming in and for hanging out with us tonight. So Crafty, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hope the grandbaby's doing good. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Miss 143, hey, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you being here. Hey, Donzel, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out. Bobby Laveau, welcome. And thank you for coming to hang out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I appreciate you. Boyd Apparel and Designs, welcome. Latasha Colquitt, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out. Robin's Creations, hey, hun, welcome. Thank you for hanging out and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. I love watching you sew. Josette Lovercheck, welcome, and thank you for hanging out with us. Happy Sunday to you as well, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And then we also have Tanyu in the house. Hey, Tanyu, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. We got Soak and Rays from the sunny Space Coast in Florida. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out from the sunny Space Coast. Hey, Lady Bear, welcome, and thank you as well for being a YouTube Hoop Group member over here on our channel. I appreciate you. Hey, Daisy Bethay, welcome. Denise Lewis, welcome. We also have Joyce Jones. Welcome, Joyce Jones. And if you're new here, please put that in the chat so that we can say hi to you. I really appreciate it. This is a very welcoming community, and they do like to speak to each other. So come on, join in on the fun of the family camaraderie. Oh, and because we will be doing a giveaway, I'm saying this now for later on, because later on I'm sure it'll be an issue, and I'm gonna try and repeat it a little bit later. But if you are here, I'm going to be doing a giveaway a little bit later. So make sure that your live is red down here. There's a red dot beside your word live. And refresh every so often just to make sure that you're up to speed with everybody. Because when it's time to do the giveaway, I don't want you to be behind, and then you're entering in the drawing a little bit late, and then you miss out, and that's gonna suck for you. But I just don't want you to have to go through that. And the giveaway would be only for those in the US, because for whatever reason, we're still dealing with tariffs. Get out of here, mosquito. We're still dealing with tariffs and stuff. So until all of that is resolved, for sure, I will not be importing or exporting anything if I can help it. So just FYI. But Geneva Coleman, welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member here with us. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Knickknack Nurse, welcome. And then Stacy Collins, welcome. Marlise, the Savvy Crafter, welcome. Blue Emerald Creations, Miss Sandra. Hey, hun, welcome, and thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Small Fry Designs, I love the name. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. And then, hi, Sheila Cushionberry. Hey, hon. Hey, best friend, best crafty friend. Welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member as well. Hopefully, everybody's doing good over your way. Hey, Karen Fletcher, welcome. Hey, Nicole Reeves, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Hey, Faker McFake, welcome. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Marta, thank you for coming to hang out with us. Vanessa Bradfield, thank you for coming to hang out with us and for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. And Angel B Designs, hey, honey, welcome. And congratulations to you guys as well. If you're not familiar with Angel B Designs, she is in the chat. Definitely go hang out at her channel. She just passed 100K subscribers, which is totally awesome. So definitely go hang out. She has great content, and she is the puff vinyl queen. So if you want to learn how to do puff vinyl, definitely go check out Angel B Designs. As a matter of fact, boop, there she is right there on the screen. Rare Fine Designs, welcome, welcome. Hey, Danny, welcome. All right, you guys. Hey, Ruji, I'm going to start scrolling down. AC Anita Creations, Stacey Collins, again, welcome. Mary Brown. Hey, Mary Brown, welcome. And thank you for being a YouTube Hoop Group member. Baby Giant Services, LLC, welcome. Candy Levy, welcome. So I don't want to miss anybody. Hey, Patrice, welcome. I don't want to miss anybody, but I am going to start scrolling down. Hey, Naomi. Marilyn. Hey, Marilyn. Thank you for checking on me. I appreciate it. You got 2 Saltgrass, Stacy said. Girl, Okay, Miss Ma'am, we're gonna be sublimating all the things tonight. So I want to show you guys the design that I am going to be working with tonight. Oh, thank you, Bling and BZ. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Latasha Coldwood. You should have. I mailed them all out. Now I can't track it because I did mail them out USPS. So put them in the post office. I did mail all of them out. I made sure of that. They did go out like a week later than they were supposed to, but I did mail them out. They've been gone. Matter of fact, where is, I had an envelope right here that was, because this is Nicole Holbrook's right here that I remade because I wrote it in my handwriting and my handwriting looked like trash. So I printed them all out and dropped them all in the mail. That's the one thing about sending that stuff out. It does suck. We got to rely on the shipping folks. Hey, D. Edwards, welcome. Thank you for being new here. Thank you so very much. And for speaking up. Hey, Mums by Design, Mandy. Hey, Mandy, welcome. I like the cowboy hat. Hey, J Mama, welcome. All righty. Hopefully I'll bring them to you when you are in Texas. Have space. Girl. We make space for sawgrass. We love sawgrass. I love sawgrass. Anyway, I thought about doing the Epson, but girl, I can't justify it because I don't sublimate enough. Okay, but I love, you know what, my absolute favorite thing to sublimate, absolutely, because it turns out so pretty and it's extremely useful, is the cutting boards. I love sublimating the cutting boards, but because it's 8.5 by 11, I can only do the small ones. And so like I have a pack of cutting boards sitting over there now, and they're just a smidge bigger than 8.5 by 11. And it's just like, they've been sitting there because I can't, well, I can order them from the printery of my homegirls down there that do like they printed my clack fans and stuff like that. So I could order it from them, but it's just not as fun. But I promised the mister that if I got the UV printer, that would be the last printer I would purchase. So I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get another printer. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. I am rediscovering how much I the girl sublimation is where it's at, Miss Naomi. I swear it is. Okay, so let me show y'all the super cute design. It's so simple. It was so simple, but when I saw it, and you guys might already have seen it already because it had, like, when I saw it, it was 3 weeks ago, maybe, roughly. It was right around the time I wasn't, whenever it was, Patrice was talking about she got the UV and started using it and letting us know that she had it. That's when I saw it, because I even told Patrice about it. So whatever that was, that's when I saw this. But and I told her about it, but it was for the UV printing situation. But it was, when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that was a super awesome idea, because it was just so simple, but it turned out so cute. It's crazy how simple it is. But let me show you the design. So I'm going to pull these up. Now I want to FYI first, okay, and let you know that I have a Shutterstock account. All right. For those who may not be familiar with Shutterstock is usually when you go and you Google designs, and Google pulls up designs, usually one of the first image results that comes up is Shutterstock. And Shutterstock has like super high res images that you can purchase, and they're not inexpensive. So I'm just FYI on that. But I bought a Shutterstock membership years ago, and I don't use it nowhere near like I'm supposed to, because I pay for the thing where I get 10 credits a month, and I keep forgetting to go get 10 images. And so most instances I'm wasting my credits, but it is what it is. But that's where I got my images from. Now, that being said, I know that a lot of you guys are resourceful and can go get your images by like doing Google or whatever, and screenshot and copy all that mess. And you can, nothing wrong with that. Do you? In this instance though, because of making sure that I could capture the quality that I wanted so that it could look super realistic. That's the only reason. And because I had the credits, that's the only reason I went to Shutterstock. Because when I looked on Etsy, I could not find any images that were this hyper realistic. Okay. Because this is actually a, it's actually a realistic image. It's an image of the actual item. You haven't printed anything. Yeah. So that's why I love Sawgrass, Pam. Sawgrass, like I could unplug that thing, power go out, because we've had the power out when that tornado came through. The power was out for almost 5 days, and I've had the power out. It didn't, because when the power goes out, it doesn't cut back on automatically. I have to remember to cut it back on. So I've had it out for a while and then come back and like, oh shoot, I gotta print, and then cut it back on and it works, picks right back up like, oh, you forgot about me. That's okay. I needed that break. And then it'll keep working. I love Sawgrass, y'all. I really do. Okay, so it's enough talking. Let me show you this design. Share screen. And then just, it's so simple. How simple is this? How simple is this? And you probably gonna be like, really, Eve, a basketball? Like, really? This is what you brought us here tonight for? Yes, but when you see it on the coaster and how it looks so realistic, it's crazy. And so that's what we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to do the basketball, but I came mainly for the baseball because baseball season is right here. So we kind of, want to get into the baseball swing of things because it's right around the corner. And then of course, because we were at Cheddar's, the hubby took me to Cheddar's the other day and they had softball playing. So I was like, ooh, we can't forget about the softball either. So we're going to look at the 3 of these and I'm going to show you just how cool this is on these coasters. It's so super pretty because it was adorable printed out on the UV printer. Miss Lena Doyle Crafting, a member for 39 months. How are you tonight? Thank you. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you for being here for 39 months. We definitely appreciate you being here. We love you very much, Miss Lena Doyle. So I'm excited to do this with you guys. Now, I don't, there's a couple of things. You could bling the stitching. Yes, we could bling the stitching. Definitely could. That's a thought. I didn't think of that, especially not on a coaster, because you kind of want your stuff to sit flush, but it can be done. Yes. So let me grab, we're going to use Silhouette. Okay. And the reason why I'm going to, usually when I do this kind of desktop publishing is what they used to call it. I don't know what they call it now, but when you're working with graphics and stuff like that, I'm not super proficient with Illustrator. I'm okay with Photoshop. So I would rather do those, but I'm not good at it. So we're going to fool with Silhouette. And with Silhouette, let me share screen. You're welcome, Lena Dole. It's the truth. We're going to make sure that when we are setting this up, we got to get the measurements first. So actually, technically, I probably shouldn't have shared screen just yet, but we're going to make sure that we have the correct measurements. Hi, Valerie Evans. Welcome. Hey, Teresa, Sister Heart Crafts and Beans. Welcome. So here is up here, this very top upper right hand corner. Can you see my cursor going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, upper right hand corner, back and forth, back and forth. So let's go up here and we're going to click there. And design area setup. This is where I want to make sure that I'm not designing on the entire 12 by 12 space. I want it to be 8.5 by 11 because I'm going to print this out. Now I could do print and cut. I could, but I'm not going to do print and cut. The reason why is because I want to, well, I could do print and cut. I really could. But that's an extra step I really don't feel like going through tonight. So I'm going to leave well enough as it is. And I'm just going to lay these suckers down on the whole sheet of paper, just like it is. And we're going to make that work. Okay. So 8.5 by 11. But if I wanted to do print and cut, with my silhouette, all I do is come right up here, up above where I chose 8.5 by 11. And right up here at the very top, if I click here, this is where I would turn my registration marks on so that my cutter back here, my silhouette, would cut everything out as it is. And that's that. But this is, we're not doing print and cut, so I'm not going to use my registration marks. Okay. So first things first, let's stop sharing because we got to do college football less than 100 days. Woo. I do epoxy. Oh, hold on. I got to go back up. I do epoxy stuff. So I would do a layer of epoxy to make it flat again. Oh, that's smart. Now this is my thing. Question. So are you embellishing with rhinestones already? That's a honest question, Moms by Design, because if you are, I want to ask something specific. Naomi says you needed a quick gift for an 8-year-old boy who loves baseball and performance fabric shirt. So I quickly made him a baseball shirt and he loved it. Yeah, sublimation is a quick, super quick, easy to make present, especially if you have sublimation blanks already available. I usually try to keep sublimation t-shirts on hand in a couple of different sizes, not a whole lot, because you actually, that's one thing I can say. Huge shout out and props. Woo, 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 woo. Huge shout out and props to Michaels, because Michaels has jumped and embraced and fell in love with and romanticized the sublimation genre. Like sublimation is all in Michaels, right? The make market brands, and then you got your Cricut brands with the, it's not sub, they don't call their sublimation, I forget what they call it. The pins are right here, so it shouldn't be hard for me to figure out what it is, but I can't think of what it is right now. Really don't care. But the Cricut sublimation stuff is there as well, and so I love it. Like, you couldn't do that before, like walk in and get a sublimation gift. So I definitely appreciate Michaels jumping in on that. Thank you, Michaels, for doing that for the crafting community. But you can easily go grab some really simple gifts to give to someone really quick and in a hurry with sublimation, and it's full color. You don't have to worry about it fading or anything like that. It turns out absolutely great. What's the question? And you'll do your best to answer. Okay, it was, you use rhinestone. Okay, so if you're doing infusible, thank you, infusible ink. If you're doing rhinestones on, like, say for instance, this flat surface, and you say a layer of epoxy, in the past, in my experience, whenever I would do epoxy over the rhinestones, it dulled the rhinestone. So would you see any benefit, which I haven't tried this, so I don't know that it will work, but would you see any benefit to adding epoxy just barely to come around to where it wouldn't be even with it, like it wouldn't cover the stones, but it would be even? And even then, I don't know what that would look like. So I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. But in my opinion, it dulled the sparkle of these stones. So I personally wouldn't epoxy over the top of the stone, but it would be, I'm curious to see how that would turn out if it doesn't quite cover the stones, because I've never done that before. But at any rate, so let me find something to measure with that I can trust, because the tape measure that I have down there on the floor, I personally think it sucks. I don't think the measurement is correct. Oh, this one is fine though. The yellow one is fine. The white one is like trash. Okay, so trust the old tape measure. And what I'm going to do, hey, Wendy Cutting, hey, Carol Coleman, welcome. Hey, Latanya Monroe, welcome. Nicole Holbrook, thank you for your response. I appreciate that. Probably because the epoxy stops light from reflecting off the facets. It does something to them. The epoxy and the stones don't get along. Not the ones that I've used in the past. Now I haven't tried them on like the ices or whatever, but who knows? Okay, so this is the other part that I'm going to get to. One of the other things I've learned that I absolutely love to do is when I'm measuring. Ooh, listen, Linda, listen. If you are not proficient at math, okay, because I'm not proficient at math at all. I know how to measure, but I'm not proficient at you know, because I know there's like some eighths and some sixteenths and some quarters. I know the quarters are easy. But when you start doing the 16ths and the 32nds and the 45ths and the 2000ths and all of that mess, I'm over it. Okay, let's like team too much. So I tend to, when I want exact and make sure that I'm as close as I possibly can, I tend to rely on the metric side. So I'm gonna measure these in metric, and I'm actually going to change it to metric over in silhouette so that I can make sure that the size comes out to what I want. And so your car coasters and your drink coasters tend to be about the same. Like, I guess there's a standard that these companies have figured out. Okay, yeah, this is going to be standard. So the car coasters are about the same size. So I'm going to use the same measurement for these as the ones in the package. And the sublimation coasters for the drink coasters, I'm going to use, well, those I only have that anyway. So I don't have to worry about any discrepancy in measurement. So let's measure the car coaster. And when I'm doing this on, okay, well, actually I can use the inches because it comes out to 2.5 inches. That's easy for me to figure out. I don't have to worry about it. But if it was like 2 and just beyond a quarter and this, that, and the mess and all that other jazz, I can't. So we're going to go ahead and stick with inches. That way I don't have to change it in the system either. So there's that. So that's 2.5 for the car coaster. And then I dropped this. That's something else. Shout out to Make Market. I just dropped this on my tile floor before we went live. And I heard it shatter. I just knew I broke up these coasters. Did not. It was the package that broke, not my coasters. So holler. Y'all did good. I mean, I don't even see that it chipped the coasters or anything. So that's testament to how strong this stuff is. All right, y'all. If you don't like math, oof. I'll be doing some as gifts in my kitchen and baths. Okay, so let's grab this. I just can't wait for y'all to see it on the actual surface. That's the part that I was like, bruh, that turned out so cute. And it did. Okay, so here's the Make Market drink sublimation coasters, right? From Michaels. And this one is 3.5. So 2.5 and 3.5. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. That math I can do. All right, so let's share screen. Now I'm gonna have to do some cropping because I was the weirdo that liked math. No, that's not weirdo. Hubby likes math too, and we kind of balance each other out with that. He helps me with the math part, and I help him. Actually, I don't have to help him with too much anything because he was a student and everything. Amazon sells Cricut sublimation shirts for less than Michael's prices. Oh, that's what's up. Hey, Mocha Crochet and Crafts, welcome. Hey, Visionary Creation says she loves fractions. Girl, more power to you, because what I don't do is fractions. All right, so let me go to downloads. Let's grab the baseball because the baseball is just like, ooh, that's gonna be a lot. See, do you see the texture? Can you see the texture? This is why I wanted this, because why I wanted this particular resolution, because that's how detailed it looks. Like you're sitting there looking at the baseball. That's what makes the difference with this particular project. So I'm just going to choose one. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go with this first one since it was right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's make a, what did we say? First off, this is way too big, actually. So let's shrink this down. So, because look at, here's my Cricut mat. That's 12 by 12. So this is like 12,000 by 12,000. So let's shrink this way on down. Boop. All right, now we can zoom in. And hold down space bar, grab and move, and then Control plus to zoom in. And here we go. So let me create an ellipsis or a circle. I'm going to hold down my shift key and draw a circle, because what that does is that allows me to draw a circle that is perfect in measurement. right? And so the car coaster is 2.5 by 2.5. And right now it's 2.8. That's entirely too big. So let's drop down to 2.5, which is what we wanted. All right. And so now that I have that, look, ooh, just a little bit too big. So we're going to shrink these balls down a little bit more. And I want it to like barely fit. I want it to be like just too big. I mean, not just too big, but just inside that circle. I really don't want any of my threads to be outside. So that's just let me come out just a smidge more. Just a smidge. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now, in reality, I am looking at, what did I say, 2.5. It is an eighth bigger than 2.5. It really is, which sucks. And it could be how I'm measuring it. But on this side, it's 2.5. So I'm just going to leave it at 2.5, just to be on the safe side. A little bit of white around it, I don't think will make that big of a deal, but you'll see how it looks when it turns out. So what I want to do, though, is I want to crop out just this ball. I don't want all of them. I just want this one. So what I'm going to do is I can never get this right. I'm being 100, okay? And what I want to do is I want to take this circle and just crop out all the rest. Oy vey. So I never get this right. So we're going to just pick one. So I'm gonna go crop. Oh, when I say stuff happened right on first chance, holler. Okay, so that's what I want. This is exactly what I want. We made it the size that I wanted it to be. So this is perfect for the drink coasters. Okay. Oh, that was just that just made what little bit of a day I had. Okay, so let's duplicate this. I want to make 2 of them because I want a couple of them for the car coasters. How many car coasters I got? This is 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7. So let me bring in the softballs. I'm going to merge, and we're going to merge in that softball. All right, and we're going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to shrink this bigger. Look at the detail. Oof. Look at the detail on that. Looks realistic. The basketball has been my favorite so far, but we'll get to that here in a minute. All right. So let's shrink this. Shrinkity dinkity. You're going to catch the rest later. Have a good night, my dear. Thanks for coming to hang out for the time that you did. If you have an Ollie's in your town, they received a Cricket haul with prices 99 cents to $1.99. Sublimation shirts $1.99 and baby sublimation shirts for 99 cents. Thank you for letting us know, Miss Sandra. I do have an Ollie's in my area. We'll have to check that out. All right, so I'm going to make another circle. What do we say? 2.5, 2.5. Doop, doop, doop. All right, and whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's delete that one and go back to our arrow selection. And ooh, that's too big. So let's come back down. That's too little. So we're going to come up. And I think that's good. I think that's like perfect. And because it's already like white in the background, I'm just going to leave this like it is. Even though, you know what? I kind of want that to crop. So hold on. Let's duplicate this. Let's put that over there. And we're going to crop again. I got to get this just... Oh, let me zoom in so that I can make sure I'm putting everything in the lines. Okay. And I'm going to crop. And so now there's a little bit of white around it, but it's not so much that I can't put this side by side. So that works. All right. And we're going to duplicate this as well. And now I'm going to bring in the basketball. So let's merge in. And here's the basketball. Again, this is massive because of the resolution. Look at the, ooh, just it looks like a perfect picture of the ball. So let's shrinkity dinkity. Bring it down to there. All right, and let's zoom back in. And let's move this. And it looks like it needs to shrink a little more. And let's bring this circle over. Whoops. Let's move this to the back. Because my circle, it came after the circle. So, ooh, that's just a little bit too big. Just a little. Look at that. Almost perfect. So let's come down some. And I want this just to be a smidge bigger. Is that perfect or what? That's perfect. OMG. Oh, just smidgety smidge bigger. Just a smidgety smidgety. Smidgety smidgety smidgety. Oh, and I did it too big. Okay, right there. That's what I want. All right, and then do I want to crop it? I don't want to crop that one. I'm not going to crop this one. Boop. But I am going to duplicate it. And I'm actually going to make more than one of this if I can fit it. So let's see if I can fit it. I'm sure I can. So here's this. Here's that. Here's this one. Here's the one. Let's do it this way. Let's stagger it. Because staggering it allows me to make more room, even though I can't let it overlap any. See how that's the reason for cropping it. But I probably can do this and hopefully that'll print down there. Okay, let's see if we can't get this to print. So I'm going to hit print and we're going to send this to print utility for Sawgrass. Sawgrass print utility, and then I'm going to hit print. Okay. And it is on, so we should get a printout here in a moment. I also need to cut the heat press on. What if you made the balls just slightly bigger than the coaster, since coasters are round and the balls are round? It won't matter if a little bit of ball falls out, but you won't have any weight. That's true. And we're going to, that's why I only printed 2 of each one. I want to see how it looks when I do the first one. Because the thought process behind that was more so, yeah, that probably makes more sense. Naomi, that does sound like that makes more sense. And why are you not printing? Hopefully it's warming up. Oh, I know why it's not printing. Oh, thank you, Jess Craft Therapy, for being here. And thank you. She said videos have been a great help in your sewing endeavor. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. A member for 11 months. Thank you so much for being here and putting up with us that long. I appreciate you. Let me see. Okay, that's why it did not print yet. So what I can do is eliminate that, and then we'll make it a little bit bigger and see how this goes with it being a little bit bigger. Let's do this. And I'll go smidge bigger. Also don't want too much cut off. I did want it like right at the edge though. So we'll see. Whoops. I didn't do that. Yikes. Okay. And we'll make this one bigger. Ooh, can't do that. Let's make this one bigger. All right, and then we'll leave this one the same because the white might mess it up, and I don't feel like trying to figure that part out. Okay, whoops. Let's print. I did increase it just a little bit, you guys. Print. And then let's go to Sawgrass print utility. There it is. And I'm going to show you. Actually, let's show you this part too. I love the Sawgrass print utility. Like, it's just really cool. No, I don't have a heat press on, girl. You know I ain't right. Creative Art by LT. Hey, Laura. So here's the Sawgrass print utility. I can crop it to the image area. I can fit to the paper size. But we already have it at 300 DPI, 8.5 by 11. And then I can rotate if I want to. I can space stuff out. I can repeat stuff if I want to. I can select a preset if I want to. 1 or 2 copies I can do portrait, landscape. I can make sure it, because it knows I'm sublimating, it's mirroring it already. But if I know it's something that I don't need to mirror, I can take mirror off. And technically the balls, I really don't have to mirror them because they're balls, but you know, it is what it is. I can center on page. This is the part that trips me out. It says product polyester. I'm not putting this on polyester. Now I do have the one neoprene coaster, so I would technically need to leave it as polyester for that one, but this I'm just going to do ceramic because these are ceramic coasters that they're going on. I want it to be high quality. The media type is True Pick Classic, but I'm not messing with none of that, and it's going out of my tray. So I'm going to hit print. Okay. Sawgrass has been intuitive with trying to make sure that we have everything that we need within the Sawgrass print utility to make sure that our stuff prints the best quality and everything. I have yet to have something not print out the color it was supposed to be. So let's switch cameras and then we'll go over to the table and we will get to going over here. Where is, okay, so here's this coaster, here's this coaster. Let's grab this and let's grab this and let's grab this. Actually, let's grab it all. Who cares? All right. So, and then I got the, I forgot, I got the thingies to go on the bottom of the coasters too. So I grabbed that as well. And let's carry all of this over to the cutting table. And then we'll cut the heat press on while I prep the coasters. So interestingly, the coasters from Make Market have suggested times and temps on them. Here's the Make Market, and see it's well, can you see that? Yikes, is it washing it out that bad? Come on, camera ain't even picking up the gloss. That's crazy. But it has a glossy texture on the front, whereas this is more matte. Okay. And then cut the heat press on. And okay, so with the, which I thought was a trip, the Make Market says preheat press to 356, which number one, that's a crazy temperature, but whatever. But I see it's 180 Celsius and press for 120 seconds. Do not exceed 400 degrees. Single side sublimation only. Okay, so they made sure to put, oh, it had the measurement on there. I never even noticed that. It had the size on there. Ain't that a trip? But it said do not exceed 400 because they know that people are going to buy these who are like me and rebellious, and we're going to do our own temperature anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on 385 because that's what I'm used to. And then we are going to get this pressed. All right. So there's that. So if it don't turn out, it's my fault, and I'm okay with that. All right. And so this is more of a rough textured side. So I know this isn't the right side. I want this side. But let's check these coasters because 9 times out of 10, yeah, I can see it. They're glossy. Greg Barker, thank you so much for being here for 23 months. Yes, honey. Yes. Hey, Miss Sharon Davenport. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you very, very, very much. Always a pleasure to have you hanging out with us. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Coretta. Welcome. Ooh, all right. I'm struggling. All right. More plastic? Are you kidding? Okay. Well, that's probably what helped keep the other ones from breaking. So let's get this off and see. Yep, they're glossy. These are glossy. These are not. So The glossy side is what we want to print on, and the non-glossy side, the textured feeling side, we don't want to sublimate on that. Okay, so the only ones that I did so far is the car coaster. I did not make this size yet. Okay, so we're gonna play with the car coasters first. That's at 237. So let's grab our printout, and this looks great. Now, if you're new to sublimation, you might look at this and be like, oh my God, that's so dull. That doesn't look pretty at all. It's not going to until you add the heat. The heat will make the colors pop. So just FYI, if you're not used to that, don't be surprised if you go to do your sublimation and you print it and it comes out looking dull. Alrighty, so we are going to, and I appreciate y'all hanging out while we sublimate these. I thought this was a really cute project, especially with the UV printer. Now, the other perk to doing this with the UV printer was that you can print the actual texture that I love in the picture. You can actually make it textured to match the picture, and it was like over the top. I was like, bro, that's super cool. But even with sublimation and sublimating it, it still looks amazing. So let's show you how this is going to work. I'm going to bring this over and get my towels so that I can wipe this off with no lint, hopefully. Hopefully everybody is doing great tonight. If you are, please let me know by doing a thumbs up in the chat. I apologize for, just being blah, y'all. It's tough. But I can feel when my mood changes. It usually takes me a couple of days to realize what in the world is going on, and I'm out of it. So I gotta work on that this week and try and beat what I feel is coming, because there's nothing more aggravating than to fall into the depression and succumb to it. I can't stand it. Oof, it's a horrible feeling. I'm tired of it. I don't like to be depressed. So, but anyways, that's my bird in the bear. Hey, Mama Vi, welcome. Yes, Vanessa Parnell. Hey, Mr. X. I did notice that the drink coasters come with so I linked hey, Monique Johnson ED. I linked the coasters off of Amazon in the chat. In the description, because it didn't make sense to link Make Market, because everybody knows Michael's, and 9 times out of 10 you ain't gonna order it, you're gonna go to the store to get it, so it doesn't make sense to link that. But I did link Amazon, and Amazon has a multi-pack. They have 18 coasters, and it was like $8. Like, wow, that's awesome. 17 coasters, I think it was something like that. 18 coasters for like $8, and then it was like 40 of these car coasters for the same price, $8. I'm like, ooh, y'all need to look at that. So I did link that in the description. All right, so did I make this big enough? Nope. No, I did not. Let me see. So what I'm looking for, like Naomi, I'm pretty sure it was, pointed out. See, I see it right there, and I see the edge, but I don't see the edge down here. And when I move it up, because this was at 2.5, you see what I'm saying? When I move it up, it's you can tell this isn't right. This ain't gonna work. Let me see if this one, because I've resized them. This is why I check stuff first before I go to pressing, because I don't want to be depressing. Not because, yeah. Oh, this one might work. Hold on. Let me see. Nope, this one won't work either. Oh no, this one will work. This ball will work. This basketball will work. So I'm gonna do this one first, so that y'all can see what it looks like. Cause y'all, I'm saying it's for me. I'm serious. We've seen a lot in this industry, but this, I was like, that's really cool. Okay, so I already got my time. I'm gonna put some tape on here. I'll put my tape on here to hold it in place. And then Miss Naomi, I think that's who I saw. Yeah, I'm going to zoom back, scroll back up, but I'll be quite okay. This is unfortunately a regular thing from time to time. Okay, so there's that. Let me turn it over, and I usually print mine with the sublimation print face down and the coaster face up. That's usually how I do mine. And we're just gonna put this one on. Do I have butcher paper? Yes. Y'all, this box has seen better days. But it'll be all right. It'll be all right. I'm gonna sandwich this. Try to make sure I don't shift that at all. Alright, let's push that in and let's hit go. I'm going to, let me check this one. If it's not the right size, I'm going to reprint. No, this isn't the right size either. What size did they put on this one? Did they put a size on this one? 2.5. They say 2.5. This is going to be bigger than that. So I'm going to check the size of that ball. Because if I'm not mistaken, it was the one on the right. And then I'm going to see what size that is and make all of them that size. What time frame did they say? They said to sublimate for 120. Because I turned up the temperature, I'm not doing 120. I think I did like 40. That's not long enough in my opinion. It should have at least been 60. So I'm gonna let it press again and hopefully it won't ghost on me. 40 and 40 is 80. Yeah, it should be 8. This is what happens when you what do they call it? Fly by the seat of your pants. Let's say, oh, you know what? I need my gloves too because this is ceramic and ceramic is what? Hot. All right, y'all, let's see what this looks like. You ready to see what it looks like? Let me peep. I think it's going to look better with the bigger, like she said, and with the, this isn't shiny. This is a matte coaster, but because like she said it didn't overlap without the white, it kind of takes away from it. I made the car coasters and made the mistake of putting the tape on the front and the tape stained the coaster. Yeah, it will, especially that brown tape. That's why I stopped using it. So you see, you saw I made it 2.5 inches and it's still not the right size. Let's do this. No, I don't want to do that. Let's do this. That's hot. Okay. So let me go over here. Hey, Miss Willie Roseman. Welcome. It is a good image, but you know, it's not, it ain't right. If it ain't right, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. So let's make it tight. Ooh, I left my I left my thing. Hold on. I left my thingamabob. So I'll be keeping that one. I may give it to my dad that he can use on the road. You use the brown tape. Yeah, that brown tape, I stopped using it. I never had an issue with the staining, me personally, but I know several who did. And so I was like, you know what? Ooh. And the clincher for me was I found Cricut had the purple sublimation heat tape. That was a wrap. That's all I needed to see. So that's what I have now. I don't use the brown. I actually have maybe might have 2 rolls of the brown left. I don't touch it. Okay. Even though the brown is no, this was the bigger ball. Even though the brown is thinner, like skinnier. Probably should do it that way. Okay, so y'all, let's see what size this ball was, because 2.5 wasn't. Oh, whoops, sorry. I used the blue tape and it stained. Ooh, have yet to have it stained. Shutterstock. Yes, I got these images from Shutterstock. Hey, Delonda, that would work. We could put rockets across the front. That would be cute. Okay, so this is the biggest one, 2.898. Y'all, where do you see 2.5? Where 2.5 where? Okay, maybe they taken away from the little divot or something. I don't know, but yeah, no. Yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work. Okay, so let's take this one off. This is 2.898. We're gonna go with 3 inches because that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling is 3 inches. And that might be a little bit too big, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with these because that's insanity on why it went bigger. Not bigger, but it needs bigger. That's crazy. But you know, that's why you way too big. That's why you test first. And I didn't test correctly. Okay, so that's just a little bit smaller than 3 inches. 2.945. Okay, that should work for those. All right, and then I'm gonna move this up. Look at all the balls. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them. They are super cute. You know what? I wish they had a bowling ball. I should have looked up a bowling ball. But the bowling balls come in so many different colors and so many different options. I guess, you know, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, bowling ball probably wouldn't have been a good option. Because I love to bowl, even though I'm not good at it. Love to bowl. My mom and her sisters used to bowl when I was little. Actually, I probably never really. Well, let me shut up because my husband is watching. When I was younger, I used to bowl. Let's move this to the back. When I was younger, my mom used to bowl. Yeah, that's not gonna work either. So I'm only gonna be able to print 2. Okay, and then let's move this over. Actually, I can crop it now. It'll be all right. And then let's give me a little bit more space since I can't do 3. And let's try this again. Because who has all day? I do. All night, rather. Sawgrass print utility print. And I'm not going to give up till these are done because they are super cute. Your square isn't touching the size of the ball, so measuring larger than the ball size. Oh, shut up, Sheila Cushionberry. That's why it was too small. I mean, too big. No, because the other ones were too small too. The other ones were too small as well. So you're right, Sheila. You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. See, that's why I need y'all because my brain is not where it's at right now. Let's make this. See, but still, this because these were 2.5, remember, and that's not where it was at. So I'm still going to go with 3 inches, but I am going to crop, which is crazy how the ball isn't touching, but it needed to be bigger. That's crazy. That's crazy work. Let me bring this to the front. Look at that. So 3 would have been too big. Or would it? No, I'm still thinking correctly because 2.5 was, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this the right way. So all I'm doing is hitting the back button because I need to make sure. Okay. All right. So all I did was hit the back button. This ball size was perfect. It says 2.898, but the ball isn't touching the sides. So she's right about that. But I loved the size of this, but I did want it a smidge bigger because you saw we still had the white around the edges, right? So let's do this again, but do it the correct way. So this is 2.5, right? So I'm going to bring this to the front and I'm going to go around the outer edge of this ball, and it is definitely not 2.5. So let's see what size this is. I'm going to hold down shift and then let's drag this out. And this is roughly, that's whatever this size is. So what is this size? 2.6. So 3 would have been way too big. Thank you, Sheila. So I don't want it to be 2.6 though. It's still, so let's do 2 and, should I do 2.25? I think 2.25 might be a little bit too big. I think 2.25 might be a little bit too big. Let's see. Yeah, that'll be a little bit too big. So, but I do want it about this size. So we'll do, instead of 2.6, we'll do 2.7. I'm gonna do 2.7. Well, that's 2.730. So let's increase the size of this till it's 2.7. A little bit more. Boom. Yep, that's where we want it to be. So let's crop that. And it still has some white, but that white should be outside the size of the coaster, if my thoughts are thoughting properly. Okay, so let's delete this. And then I'm going to hold down alternate on my keyboard and just click and drag off duplicates. Okay, so you see there is some white because it was just too big from the circle. I didn't have it even. I'm not super pressed about that because the coaster itself is white and the goal is for the coaster to be just to the inside of this so that it'll fill out the coaster completely, right? And so I'm going to do the same thing with this ball. And notice the sides isn't touching here either. So what do we say, 2.73? Hold on, shift 2.73. Oh, is what it was. It's too big, too big. Yeah, we'll go right there. What ifs? Okay, and then so I need the ball itself to be that big. Yeah, there we go. It's just like the laces are gonna stick up some or what have you, but at least it should be where I need it to be right here. And so let's delete this one and I'll hold down Alt and I'm gonna duplicate this one. And we're gonna go through the same process with the baseball. Whoop. Let's bring this out. Now y'all watch this mess be entirely too big, but at this point, okay. Where's my red line. Okay, there's my red line over there. Down here. Okay. Let's bring this up and let's duplicate this one. And let's zoom out so we can arrange our balls. And then this is going to appear. This is going to appear. This is going right here. 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 Do it a little bit closer and see if this can squeeze. Can it squeeze? Can it squeeze, please? Yep. Oh, there we go. Boom. Holler. Okay. All right. There we go. So let us print and pray that this does what it's supposed to do. But that's one of the fun things about what we got going on. This is not the right one. So we're going to close out this one because that one's not right. But it's this one. Okay. And I can click up here and change the name, but I'm not going to do that. Copies 1, polyester. It is not on polyester. Let's put ceramic. And then let's hit print. Hey, Uni. How you doing, honey bunny? You draw your own circle because I can't tell from just images. Yeah, that's what I do. She wasn't going to get accurate. So thank you, Sheila. See, that's why I need y'all. Oh, Naomi said 2.6875. Okay, so 2.7 should work then. Yeah, this is how I learn. Yep. I'm not about to sit here and thank you, Naomi. I appreciate that. And Elba. Thank y'all. And I did crop the blue, metallic, and purple swirl. Would be gorgeous. You must be talking about something else. It includes the white, the background, scale of the brown. Okay, you can make the 2. Thank y'all. Thank you, Naomi. Acetate. Hey, Miss Parker. I hope you feel better, my dear. Okay. Thank y'all so very, very, very much. Okay. So let's stop sharing because it's done printing. And let us switch to the overhead cam and try this again. And let me get my water this time because I feel myself needing water. I think I left mine. I did. I'm forever leaving the microphone when I don't clip it to myself. Let's clip it this time. All right. So these are all too small. Because clutter. Because the clutter. And I'm going to go with the glossy ones because I think that gloss is going to present better. Throw that away. All right. Oh. Ta-da-da! Bigger balls. Okay. So let's cut out one glossy. Let's wipe this down. Wipe it down. Whoops. I cannot believe I got that on there. I should have known better. Actually, I can't believe I got that on there. Okay, so wiping sublimation stuff off with the alcohol helps fingerprints and oils from your skin. So I usually try to wipe it off and try really hard not to touch the surface after I wipe it off. But okay, that ain't too bad. It's a little big, but it ain't too bad. I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, as long as the edges aren't white like how this one is, whatever. Okay, that's where I'm at this point. But the professionals in here, they have spoken. She said 2.6875. Is that what you said? 2.68. 2.6 something. Whoops, that shifted. I don't want it to shift. So let me tape it on the other side. Yes, Sharon. The last time I checked, he was. But he is on not Instagram, Facebook. He is on Facebook Messenger. So if you send a message, usually he responds. All right, so we're gonna do that one, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut out these other ones in the event that turns out super cute. Oh man, I forgot to change the time. I'm super excited about this softball and baseball, since that's the time frame that we're in right now. $22.7 works. Okay. All right, and here is the softball. I'm gonna go ahead and lay it in place in hopes that this turns out great, and then I can just tape it down. And then here is the so y'all what do y'all use for the drink coaster? So if that's 3.5, then I need to do 3.7 on that too, right? It only makes sense. All right. Oh, gloves. Yikes. Let's grab the gloves. Is that a flock dot? Yes, it is. All right. So I'm gonna show y'all something super cool. Well, kind of cool. You can see where the ink transition on the coaster. I'm just holding it in my hand. You can see where the ink absorbed in the coaster, but it left the non-printed, so that you can see where it did its thing. Oh my god, the gloss is so much better. Oh my gosh, the gloss is better. Let me see, is that a lighter thing? It kind of, I'm not sure if that's underexposure or what, but look, it did go around the edge some, so let me see. No, you can't sublimate the edges, it ain't glossed enough like the surface. It looks like because of the reflection that it didn't do the edge that is still white, but that's not the case. See, look, you can see it better. See how on the edge it did sublimate, but with the light it makes it look like it didn't. But look at how that turned out. I'm gonna have to show you this in the front camera. That's super cute. But I'm wondering if there was, but it is, yeah, there's a lighter spot on the basketball, which makes it look like it might be right. Hey, Candy J, that's the thing. It's like almost like 3D. It looks almost like a basketball, a real basketball. But yeah, so the lighter effect is basically the reflection off of that ball. So let's go ahead and tape these other two down. The basketball was my favorite when I saw the design done the first time. This one, look how this one looks almost redder than that one to me, but that's, I let this one press a little bit longer, so that could be where that's coming from. I probably should do the temperature they said to do, because it's they stuff, they know what they're talking about. But guess what? I already set the temperature on this thing, so. Thank you, Janet Brooks. Thank you, Marta. Thanks for being here, Janet. Thank you, Donzel. Okay, so let's do this one. And while this one is cooking, we'll do this one. And then while that one, we peeling this one, then we'll do that one. Let me fix this time, actually, because who wants to turn around and keep doing this? Let's see. Is this going to let me? Time? Nope. So this must be on what's the face? Okay, so let's do this one. Temperature. Oh, what did they say? They said 356, which I can't put 120. 356 for 120. Okay. Oh, and this is pressure. Oh, you know what? What was my pressure on? It wasn't on maximum pressure, I don't think, either. I didn't even check that. All right, so we're gonna let it cook. Actually, it's at the right time, so let's go ahead. And I'm gonna tape this one down. Good night, Elba. Have a good night. Hey, Linda. Thank you. Linda Tolbert. Do not forget, please, that I will be giving the better looking ones away. One coaster per person. Sorry, I'm not gonna do a set. So that more folks can win one. Or should I? Well, the car definitely won because even though there's usually two things in the car, but I'm trying to say. Let's make it fun for everyone. All right, so this is this one. I'll do this one as a giveaway. I'm keeping that one for myself, but I'm trying to make sure that that's going to turn out the way I want. And then let's do one more basketball since I have it printed already. And then we'll go from there. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have another one? Yeah, I have one more right here. Because this one is the non-glossy one. So this is the glossy. Let's wipe it off. No, Geneva, not tonight. There might be some on his website, but not in the group, for the group. Not tonight. All right, and so let's press this. Let's press this. Y'all, that 120 seconds is a beast over here. Whoops, is that? Hold on. Yeah, it shifted on me. So I'm going to crossways tape it as well. There's that 120. That wasn't too bad. I'm going to tape it this way. Make sure it doesn't get over. Okay. Oh, gloves. What did I just press? I don't know what I just. Oh yeah, that's right. It was the other. It was the softball. That's what I just did. All right. Got on my gloves. Alrighty. Now I went with the temperature they said with a slight modification instead of 356. Yeah, instead of 356, I did 365 because 356 just don't make sense, and you can't do that on this press anyways. It only goes by fives. All right, so let's see how it turned out based on their recommendations. Ooh, like that is super cute. That is super cute. Look at the little softball. I'm not sure where this banding is coming from right there, but it's still cute. And it went around the edges really well. I just wish you could see the texture a little bit better. But time and temp, according to the stripes aren't quite as red either as I would prefer. But I do like it. I do like it. That's the dull one. So I'm wondering, oh, you know what, let's throw this in the trash because I'm not doing that tonight. Having trash all over. Okay, we got 55 seconds left on that one. Let me get this up because I taped it to the table, which I knew I was doing, but no big deal because I knew it would peel right up. Let's do this. Oh, you know what? I wonder if that's what that was on that other ball. I bet that's what that was. So let me trim this tape. I folded that tape over and it looked like there was a tape mark on this ball. So let me make sure that the tape is outside the shape of the ball and see if it prints that same. There's like it's like a light colored line right here that to me is only the tape. So we're going to see if that makes a difference. Oh, gloves back on because it's about to, what's a face? Tennis ball, car coasters for my sister because she's crazy about tennis. You're welcome, Miss Naomi. I mean, I just saw it over at the thing. It wasn't like, this definitely ain't my specific idea, but it was just so cute. Oh, and let's get this one cooking. Let it cook. All right. And so this one is the baseball. So we got the softball, we got the basketball, and I'm pressing another basketball. But for now, this is the baseball. Cute. You can see the leather. You can see the leather texture in the image. Now, the softball, you can't really see the leather, the texture of the ball as well. But look, it looks like a baseball. If you didn't have that divot, you would think I was holding a baseball, technically. My stripes right here kind of got cut off. I think. No, it didn't, because that's how it is in the picture. It's cute. I wish you could see the texture as well. I'm hoping you'll be able to see the texture when I take it over to the other camera. But it's adorbs. I love this. I thought this was just such a cute. The basketball though is like it has more of a texture look to it. So when you print it and then subsequently press it, you can see the texture really well. And some people actually, which they did not have that I saw, which I didn't look super far, but they didn't have it on Shutterstock. They have the image with even the word Wilson for the basketball on there, the name of the ball, and it actually looked really, 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 really good. So I would like to go and see if I could find the one with the Wilson on it, because what somebody did was it's more the front side of the ball, not this crossways part of the ball, but it was this part all the way across the front, and it had Wilson down here, but in the blank spot up above, they put the team name or the child's name, and then in this bottom one, they put the number that the child played or whoever it was played. It turned out super cute. It looked like it belonged on that basketball, like it was printed there. So here's another basketball. I didn't put the tape across this part, so I'm hoping that'll make a difference. So let's see. Yeah, it did make a difference. So that tape did. Yeah, that tape did come across. No, it didn't. That's the way this picture is. I see it. There's a faint line right there in the picture, but we ain't gonna worry about it. Okay. I can see it, but it's not as pronounced with this one. But I also turned the heat down, so it made a big difference in that. But there's the, and like I said, with the glare off, you can see that the edge printed actually all the way across. One team name, kid's number would be cute. Yes. Yes, it would. That is super, 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 super cute. Okay. So these are car coasters. And so now I have 8 of the drink coasters. All right. And the drink coasters, they say the same temperature, the same time, but it's saying 3.5. So what we're going to do is the 3.7. Hey, Jelania, welcome. Welcome. And I'm going to hang on to these because what I'm probably going to do is go get more drink coasters. I love these. I love how this turned out. That is really, really cute. And if you could do, like, if there was a way to, you know how when you embroider, how some people embroider on baseballs, if you could get that text and make it look like it's embroidered and do somebody's name, because you remember with the baseballs on Shutterstock, it had different angles of the baseball. So find one where you could put an embroidered name or what have you, girl. That would be super cute. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing board and we'll resize these for these. Okay, we'll resize. Okay, I got that on. I got my water. I need my trackball. And then we'll press these and then we'll do a giveaway. Which now that we know what size we're dealing with, it should hopefully go a little bit smoother. Hey, Sheila Stone, welcome. So actually, you know what? Let's do this. No way, I'm not worried about it. So that's where we printed out that. We'll minimize it. And then what I'm going to do, you guys, to make this easier, I'm going to, let's duplicate this. And this one, I'm going to fill it in and make it yellow. And then this one, I'm just going to leave it. That way I know that this belongs to the car coaster. Okay. And I'm going to grab one of these and I'm going to duplicate it, And then we're going to grab this circle. And instead of it being 2.7, we're going to make it 3.7. 3.7. All right. And then this, we need to make this fit that. All right. And so I'm not going to be able to print as many as I did. Ooh, way too big. I'm not going to be able to print as many as I did with the car coasters because you're looking at much bigger space. So I'm hoping I can get at least these 3 on there. So we'll probably be just giving away 3 of the coasters because, you know, I guess I could print it twice. Let's move this to the back. Ooh, there we go. It need to be a smidge bigger. Just a smidge. A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. So there's that one. Move this to the back because I want the red line to be over the top of just the ball, not worried about the... that works. That was perfect. All right. And then we're going to move this to the back so that the line can touch the picture of the ball. Ooh, that's going to be too big. Yep. Boop. And boom, I think. Yep. Well, smidge. Smidgity smidge. There we go. Okay. So this one, I'm going to turn, let's go blue or whatever color that is. All right, so let's do this one. Let's do this one. And let's do this one. And these are going to be drink coasters. Okay. So let's hit print. Let's hit print. Let's hit cancel. And then we're going to print it to Sawgrass. Beach ball limit pizza. Shut up. Oh my God. That would be adorable. Ooh, let me go on. Let me go find a pizza. Okay, so let's print that. Design with love. Girlfriend, make that space. Congratulations. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. That's what's up. Congratulations, my dear. Faux bling coaster. Yeah, that would be cute. Oh, a yo-yo would be cute too. Okay. So let me see. You done gave me an idea. Let's go to Shutterstock. And let's come here. I'm going to show you guys my Shutterstock. And then let's go here. And we're going to go, what did we say? Pizza? Pizza. Do I want to do pizza or do I want to do a yo-yo? I think a yo-yo would be cute too. Let's do both because I got enough credits for both. So this is round, but it's not face on. So let's see if we can't find. See, that one's got the slice coming out of it, so that's not gonna work. Pepperoni pizza. Here we go. Pizza with egg on top. Oh my God. Who in the whole wide world? Okay. Top pizza photos. Let's see all. There we go. Looky. Wait a minute. Which one is this? Is her? Oh man, the slices out of it. So, I think he'll be all right with this one. He likes that. Yeah, that looks like a Supreme. Gross. Okay, so let's downgrade this one. Download. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so there's that one. And then what did we say? A yo-yo? Yo-yo. Yo-yo would be nostalgic. Especially if I could have found one that's Dunkin' yo-yo. Oof. Like it says Dunkin'. I don't know that they'll show that one though. That's gonna be kind of hard to tell because they don't have. Oh man, Sheila, I don't know that I can do yo-yo because it's not gonna do right. Because it's almost like it has to say. Yo-yo. I know. We might not be able to do yo-yo. Sheila, that would be cute though. Lemon slice. Oh, lemon slice would be beach ball. Let's do a beach ball. That would be adorable. Summertime's coming. Let's do a beach ball. Oh my God. Oh, there's a volleyball. How could I forget volleyball? Oof, that's embarrassing. So let's grab volleyball. Show me more note clothes. Ooh, which one? Let's go with this one. Some more colors. Even though I like that one, but it's got red, and yellow. I kind of like this, but I think this one would be cuter, but that's more colors. But this to me looks more like the beach ball that I'm used to. So let's do this one. Let me go down in my comments so I can see. Vanessa came up with these ideas. You mentioned the faux bling. Oh, Vanessa, a donut. Don't play with me right now. A donut would be perfect. Okay, so let's do a donut as well. And then that's it. We'll do those three. Thank you, Vanessa. Oh, look at this. And it's Shay's color. But this is my favorite. Like, if you don't know anything else about me, listen, Linda, listen. Oh, look at this one. Like, you could pick from all these different varieties come through, okay? But if you don't know anything, if you ever wanted to know anything about me, this listen, Linda, listen. Matter of fact, listen, Linda, listen. Look, where we at? Here, you need to see my face. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm gonna show you. You know what? I'm gonna tell you another one that I would do, because this is another one what I was gonna do just tonight, but we ended up going to go see the grandbabies. Two things that I love in this world. Two things. Food wise, two things. Number one is this right here, Krispy Kreme chocolate ice donut. Okay, whole pan of them smashed, gone. I'm just saying, that's a weakness. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Diabetes done robbed me of my love, but I'm telling you, this is it right here. Chocolate ice donut. Don't play. Bring a 6-pack. We friends, okay? So yes, definitely that. But the other thing is this right here. Let me download this one, not the sprinkles donut. I'm gonna download that one. But let me show you the other thing. The other thing is this right here. Like off gate, off rip since I was a kid. This right here, Toll House recipe. Don't play. Hand over the cookies and walk away and mind your business. I'm just telling you, me and chocolate chip cookies has been tight since day one. Okay. Toll House. Don't play. And we ain't talking about no store brand chocolate chips. We ain't talking about no store brand recipe. The Toll House recipe and the chocolate chip cookies. I'm just saying. Drop the cookies and walk away and mind your business. Don't worry about me and my diabetes. I got this. I'll deal with that. You just drop Toll House cookies. I'm just saying. We downloading this too. Okay. So this would be adorable as well. So I'm going to make a pizza for him and a cookie for me, because this is going to be cute. Okay. So let's go over to these folks and let me switch you back over to, what's the name of these people right here? What time we got? 10:38. What's the name of these people? Silhouette. So let's merge in. Great ideas, by the way. So let's merge in a cookie, because there's really nothing else that we really need to do on a coaster other than a cookie. But I'm being nice and bringing in some of this other stuff. I'm just saying the chocolate chip cookie is it, because they didn't have the right donut. So it's got to be the chocolate chip cookie. I'm just saying. All right, and so let's grab our circle, and I'm going to take the color out of it, because right now I just need the circle, but I left the colors so that I could immediately know which one is what I'm trying to get to, okay? So let's bring our circle, and I know it's hard for you guys to see the circle, but I can see it. So I'm going to shrink this, shrinkity dinkity, and that I'm going to actually make this a little bit bigger. You know what though? I don't want it to be too big, because I kind of want the edges of the cookie. I mean, but anyway, so this is what we're going to go with. I'm going to have to crop it. So let's duplicate this circle, lay this on top of this, and we need it to be perfect, because I mean, chocolate chip cookie, it's like perfect as it is. And I'm going to go ahead and stretch it. I really didn't want to, but I'm going to. Okay. And then we're going to crop. Oh, that looks so good. Oh, it's going to make me cry. Okay, so let's merge in the jelly donut. No, not jelly donut. We did say, oh, no, what did I just do? I deleted my cookie. I know we said jelly donut, but that's not my favorite donut. So we're going to merge in the pizza, the supreme pizza. All right, and so we're going to shrinkity dink this down. I'm sure there's a faster way to shrink this, but right now I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to do this number right here. Ooh, that is massive. This is a big picture of a pizza. Ooh. I probably could just change the size up here, because see, that's 23. So let's make this 5. All right. And then what we're going to do is zoom out. Yep. And I'm gonna bring this over. And I know another way to do that to bring it to the front. But ooh, why is it like that? Okay, so I don't like this. Can you see that? Hold on. See how it's got the pizza right there? That's not cool. Usually my images aren't like this. That kind of sucks, but I think for right now it's just gonna have to be okay because this is like demonstration purposes anyways. And so I'm going to and the way our car coasters are in our car, really it wouldn't warrant this anyways, but because my coasters are made different. So let's bring this in. Let's bring this in a little bit more. Oh, oops. Let's duplicate this because I need this duplicated. I should have stuck with the donut because I don't like the way that thing is, but whatever. Okay, so there's the cookie, there's that, and the beach ball. So let's grab the beach ball. Let's merge in the beach ball because summertime. Summertime. And we're going to select the beach ball and we're going to drop this down to, because it came in at 100. We're going to drop this down to 5. And then what we're going to do, since it's still selected, we're going to center it to page. Boom! You saw that? Oh, let me show you that wonderful button again. The center to page right here. See, let's move the cookie. Okay. Move the cookie. Right up above the cookie is center to page. Okay. All right. We're going to have to start using the cookie as a point of reference. So I'm just be prepared to see the cookie a lot because I love chocolate chip cookies. Okay. So let's shrinkity dink this. Perfect. Oh my gosh. That's perfect. I'm going to have to duplicate this circle. Time is it? 10:43. I'm running out of time. All right. And let's do this and let's crop. And there's our beach ball. So let's take this boy, hold down shift, this. We're going to move this over here. And then I'm going to take this right there, and this right there. And we're going to print this as well. Okay. Print, and print. Okay. All right. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're going to go over to cutting table again. I'm going to print this. Did it print that before on? Why does it keep reverting to polyester? I'm going to have to print that again. So let's make that ceramic. And then I'm going to hit print. I hope I don't run out of paper. I shouldn't. Because it was, I hope the other one didn't do that too. Okay, and then let's do this one for ceramic. And we'll hit print. Okay, these are going to be super cute. You have chocolate chip dope almond. So you know what? I bought the ingredients yesterday. And I got the chocolate chips today. I got the other stuff and then got the chocolate chips today. The butter has been sitting, waiting. So, because the butter got to be room temperature before it goes up. I mean, I'm just saying. And my mama, don't let my mama make some chocolate chip cookies. I'm just saying. Y'all, this is insane. I know it's probably menopause or whatever. I am like, since I started, I've been on the brink of tears. This is crazy to me. Okay. So let us need a disclaimer crossing that says do not eat. Right. You got a cookie down in your cotton. Mind your business, kid. Mind your business. Okay, so let's switch cameras. And let's go back over here because we printed out our stuffity stuff. And let's get these things pressed because we're running out of time. And I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. A little bit different. Whoops. Can't worry about that right now. We're going to do this a little bit different. What we're going to do is what I call speed pressing. Okay. So, oh, it did chip a little bit. Look there. Yeah, that did chip when I dropped it. It's barely noticeable. So I'll probably do a cookie for myself with that one because, okay, there we go. Okay, so let's line this up. Boop. Perfect, perfect, perfect. OMG. Okay, so let's tape this down. This is bigger than the other one, so boop, boop. All right, let's do it this way. I need to not interfere with these other ones. Make sure everybody, okay, everybody is kung fu fighting. Okay, let's do this one. Boop. Okay. Oh, ooh, that's gonna look so good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's go to fighting. Okay. Oh shoot. I forgot I did hear my printer. Not printer, press turn off. So I'm gonna turn that back on. Where is it at? 278. All right, it won't take long to get back up. Okay. There's that one. Let's grab this one. Do a cookie with a bite out of it. Cindy, that would be cute. Supervisor can't read yet. No, he cannot. But ooh, when I tell y'all he's proficient at throwing Legos right now. We are in our throw Legos era. And when I tell you I'm finding Legos, oh my gosh, and don't let me leave the roll of flock when I make the like 5-yard rolls and 2-yard rolls and stuff off the big roll. If I leave it sitting there, I'm gonna come back. It's gonna be Legos in the middle of that roll of flock. It's just like, bro, really, little fella, really. I don't want Legos in the middle, and I'm dang sure not sending out Legos in the middle of the flock. So I'm gonna need you to quit. Okay, so here's baseball, softball, basketball right here. And we're gonna print all of this at the same time. Okay. Glossy. Okay. So those are for the giveaway. If I got time. What time is it? 10:48. Okay. So make sure at this point you have refreshed your screen. Make sure that you are up to speed because we are going to do the giveaway. And when I do the giveaway, I don't want you to still be typing in stuff. Where is my razor blade? I probably don't need it because I ain't been kind of like not really paying attention. Now I want to cut myself. All right. And I want you to be able to roll with everybody else and put in your word with everybody else. Okay. And that's the kind of night we're having tonight. Oh. But at least it didn't fall on the tile. That's one thing I can say. It did not fall on the tile. Okay. Okay, we're at the right temperature, so we're going to go ahead and press this. And while that's pressing for 120 seconds, we'll line these up. Okay, so this is going to be adorbs. I have 2 coasters left, so I'm going to make another set for me. And if the mister wants his pizza, a pizza for him. So unless, you know, the giveaway is like taking way too long and then I'll just keep the cookie and the pizza. I'm probably just, you know what? Let me just keep the cookie and the pizza. Because don't nobody like chocolate chip cookies better than me anyways. So I'm just saying. All right. There's that. Let's wipe this one off. There's the beach ball. Beach ball is going to be so cute. Just so cute. Oh, that's gonna be cute. That was an excellent idea, Vanessa Parnell. Thank you very, very much. And whomever else might have suggested as well some stuff. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for making suggestions. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for having participation in the chat. And even if you're not, even if you're lurking in the bushes with a cutter spray, as my friend used to say, and probably still does say, it's okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, because you didn't have to be. But sometimes I lurk in the bushes too. A lot of times I'm lurking in the bushes. There it goes. Ooh, this cookie is going to be super cute. I can feel it in my bones. And our balls are done. So we're going to take those off here in a moment, in un momento. Okay. All right. Ooh, gloves. And then I want to put something down as well. Oh, I got something. Okay. I just saw it. Take that to the table. Let's move this over. Okay. Let's put this down. Hopefully nothing shifts. And we'll hit go. All right. Who's ready, Freddie? Okay, let's start with the baseball. Baseball is super cute. Here's the baseball. I love the baseball, y'all. Oh, this is adorable. There's the baseball. Super, 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 super cute. Just super cute. Okay. Here's the softball. Ooh. There's the softball. Alrighty. And then here is the basketball. Oh, that's adorable. Here is the basketball. And like it was pointed out in the chat earlier, can't remember who did. Thank you, whoever did. I think it was Miss Naomi or either Vanessa. Can't remember. Either way, they do come with the little cork back gripper thingy me bobbies, so that when you set this on your table, it'll not slide around when you set your drink on it. So these are drink coasters. So once these cool off, we will put this on the back and let it be super cute. 20 seconds for our other round coasters. Again, please make sure that down here below the video it says live and it's red. Thank you, Beth Living Good. I hope your painting turns out great. Make sure it says it has a red dot beside the word live. Otherwise, you're not live. And when you go to enter the thing, you're not going to be able to. Oh my God, it's going to be. This is going to be so cute. I can tell already through the paper. Okay, cut the press off. Okay, let's start with the beach ball. Beach ball. Start with the beach ball. And again, I did 365 for 120 seconds based on recommendation on the packaging for the Make Market thing. Why is there a mark right here? Do you see that? Is that on the press? I don't think that's on the press. I don't know. I mean, it's cute though, but it's I don't like the way that one turned out. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of looks cartoon. I think that's the reflection that tried to print the reflection to make it look realistic, and I don't think it captured it really well. I'm gonna go back and look. I don't like the beach ball. I don't. And I can still do a giveaway for it, but I don't like it. So here's the pizza. Oh my gosh, the pizza is super cute. I love the pizza, even with the little stupid pizza cartoon slice down there. How cute is that? It looks like a little personal pan pizza. This is adorable. Oh, that is super cute. I love it. I love that. That's super cute. That is super, super duper cute. All right. And then if this makes my mouth water, then we know we got it right. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm going to look at it with y'all. You take the tape off. And then I'm going to close my eyes until I turn it over and we'll look together. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, it looks like a chocolate chip cookie, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sharon Davenport, I hope the weather doesn't get too bad. Have a good night. Thank you for the super chat, Sharon Davenport. Holla. Yes, honey. Yes. Please be careful, Sharon Davenport. I know how it is in Texas. Y'all's weather has been but look, y'all, I almost could like bite this thing because it looks so much like a cookie. That looks like a real cookie. I mean, come on, fam. This is so cute. This was an excellent idea. Thank you. I am tickled. Do you hear me right now? That is so stinking cute. The pizza and the cookie. Now I love the balls. I love the balls. The basketball is super cute. And the baseball is super cute. I like the softball too, but the softball for me is like lacking the visible texture of the baseball that the baseball and the basketball have. Like you can see the texture of the ball. And I'm gonna try and show this over there on the other camera. But y'all, this is adorable. This is adorable. Okay. So let me grab this one, and this one, not that one, and this one. And I'm not feeling that. I'm not excited about it. So I'm not going to worry about that one. Let's go over to the other camera and let's finish this off so that you guys can have a great night. I'm going to put the backing on the back of these drink coasters. The drink coasters come with the backing. The yeah, supervisor will look at it and think it's a cookie. The drink coasters come with the cork backing. The car coasters do not. Okay. And the reason the car coasters don't come with the cork backing is because the car coasters are meant to absorb the moisture from the bottom of the car cup holder. Okay, so you don't want cork in the bottom of the car cup holder. You want the stone on the underside of these coasters to absorb the moisture. That's why these were technically invented, was so that the stone can absorb the moisture. Okay. And then somebody came up with a way to sublimate on the top, and the rest is history. Okay, so let's start the giveaway. Hopefully you guys are ready. It's 11 o'clock. I apologize again for running a little bit over to do the giveaway. So the cookie and the pizza. The cookie is mine. The pizza belongs to him, unless he wants to do a giveaway of it. But yes, here's the pizza. Pizza turned out super cute. Okay, and here's the cookie. Still super warm. Okay. Here is the softball car coaster. All right. And here is the baseball car coaster. Here is the basketball car coaster. Okay. And then here is another basketball car coaster. Okay. Now let me see if you can see. So here's the baseball. It's bigger. So can you turn it? I'm trying to think. Can you see how you can see the texture? It looks like the leather right here. You can kind of see the leather texture on the baseball. You definitely can see it on the basketball. I mean, because the basketball has pronounced, it's just not showing up that good with this camera. That's annoying. But anyway, I'm going to take pictures and post them in the Facebook group so that you can see the pictures on the Facebook group before I ship them out. And then that way you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So let's choose a word that we're going to do. We're going to start with the car coasters. Okay. And we're giving away, sorry about the beach ball. And I'm going to see if I can't find a better reflection picture and do that. And then we'll see about something later. But for right now, let's do the softball car. So let's do softball small. This is going to be a crazy thing to type in, but guess what? Share screen. That way I can keep up with what's going on. Alrighty, the different balls could be sold by a school booster club with the school's name and mascot. Yes, it sure can. It sure can. And for someone who is a sports enthusiast, you could do the whole set as one set of drink coasters, like a basketball if they like bowling, a bowling ball if they like volleyball, and a baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like you can mix and match the balls. Or if they're just a huge basketball fan, just do basketballs. Maybe you could even do a basketball and rim the edge in the color of their team. Who knows? Or you could do the basketball and put the name of the team across the front. I would do that as a gift, though. I wouldn't be selling team names of anything because that's a quick way to get your whole system shut down and blocked and all of that jazz. But you grown, you can do what you want to do. But just ideas of some stuff that would be super cute, right? So this is for the softball drink car coaster. And if you win if you win any one, then sit out the rest, okay? Because we don't want to duplicate. I'm not going to duplicate, and I'll just pick again. So, all right. So this first one is for the softball car, and let's go ahead and draw. Somebody, I think y'all waiting on these drink coasters, and I'm not mad. Okay, and so this will go to Vanessa Parnell. How appropriate. Holler. Parnell. Holler. Y'all funny. Yes. And y'all know the giveaway link is in the description. Click the giveaway link and please fill it out. Even if I have your address, because I know I got your address. But please fill it out anyways, because what that does is it triggers for them to get this in the mail. And then they'll have it out. Now those tattoos I mailed out because that was post office and I put the sticker on it, but not sticker, stamp. I put them in with a stamp. So, but I know those went out. I did them myself. Let's see, baseball. So let's do baseball small, so we'll know that. Okay, so here's for the baseball. For those who love baseball and you want a cute baseball coaster in your car. So that's what this one is for, the baseball coaster. See, it looks like I'm holding a baseball. Look at that. Tell me that don't look like I'm holding a baseball. Does that not look like I'm holding a real baseball? That's what I'm saying. It's super cute. It's very hyper realistic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it very, very much. I thought this was so cute when I saw it. Okay, but they didn't do a baseball. The only thing I've seen is the basketball. I haven't seen anything else but the basketball. So to have the idea of these, and like Vanessa pointed out, you can come up with other round things that would work just as well. Okay, So this is for the baseball car coaster. Let's go ahead and hit roll on that. And this will go to Baby Giant Services LLC. Holla! Yes, honey. Yes, congratulations. So this is baseball car Baby Giant Services. This is to help me keep this together, because in the description, I'll be telling y'all, put in the description what y'all want. Some people listen, some people don't. So to help me out and keep me from having to go watch the video all over again, I'm just going to make a quick jot. Okay, so we're getting ready to do a draw again for the basketball. So let's go basketball SM. Whoops. I don't think capital matters. I don't think capital matters, but do it anyways, I guess. If it, makes you feel like you know that you're in the drawing for them. Y'all, these turned out so cute. These turned out so cute. Honey, text me if you want your pizza, or do you want me to do a giveaway with your pizza? Let me know. Text me and let me know what you want. Because he might not want this pizza. Oh, it's a drink coaster. Do you want it? It's a drink coaster, not a car coaster. So let me know if you want it. Oh, he wants it. Okay. Alrighty. It did turn out so cute. Oh, y'all. Oh my gosh, that was a good idea. Okay, so here's the basketball. It looks like I'm palming the ball and I can't. So that I love this, makes me feel really good, because I've never been able to palm a basketball, but here I am doing it right now. Okay. All right, so let's hit draw for the car coaster, the ball car coaster, basketball car coaster. BB Miss Karen G. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. I appreciate you, my dear Karen G. Basketball small. Please click the link in the description and fill it out. I need that before the end of the day tomorrow so that I can get these out on Tuesday. I'm actually going to get these jokes right on out. Basketball small. And so we're going to do this again. And so I'm just going to do draw again for the second one, because I had two of them. Car coasters. And this one is for Mama Vi. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations, Mama Vi, on your basketball car coaster. Mama Vi. Okay. So now we're going to do the baseball, softball, and basketball drink coaster. So we're going to start with the baseball. You see me holding the baseball? How cool is that? So this one, we're just going to type in the word softball. Okay, that's it, just softball. And I'm going to do the same thing for basketball and baseball. So FYI, this is for the softball. Hey, Annabelle. Drink coaster. These are drink coasters. They will have the cork on the back. When I mail them out, they'll have the cork. And thank y'all again for coming to hang out. Please don't forget that the Bling Fest is coming up in October. And then we have the Applique Getaway that we'll be at as well in July. July is rapidly approaching. So definitely, make plans if you are in the Texas area to hang out with us at the Applique Getaway. Let's go ahead and hit draw for the softball drink coaster. The softball drink coaster, and that will be given to Faker McFake. Holla! Yes, honey. Yes. Congratulations, Faker McFake. Faker McFake. And softball. All right. And so let's now do baseball. Same thing. Baseball. So this is for the baseball, because I'm holding a baseball. How cool is that? It looks like I'm holding a baseball. I can't get over that. That is just so neat. Had that 3D effect just from the picture. Makes it look like it's actually a baseball in your hand. That's so neat. That's so neat. And if you do this same project, I would love to see what round item you put on a coaster. These coasters are at Michael's. Like I said, I put a link in the description for a set of coasters on Amazon. And I want to say the set of coasters was like, let me look at that. It was, how many was in them coasters? Amazon. Let's see, drink sublimation coasters. For $8, it was 18 coasters for $8, $7.98, and I could get them tomorrow morning for drink. Oh, wait a minute. I bet these are neoprene. They're rubber ones that I put in the description. So those are the rubber ones, not the ceramic ones. So I need to find the ceramic ones and put them in the chat. I mean, in the description. But the ones that I put in the description are the rubber ones. But the drink coaster ones, those are probably rubber too. Let me see. It doesn't say, but they look like they are. They're the rubber ones. So if you want some simple rubber ones, you can get the ones off of Amazon. But these came from Michael's. These are the Make Market Sublimation coasters. Okay. And the one that's getting the baseball, right, is Creative Art by LT. Holler. Oh my God, Laura Trevino. What is the name of it? Not ping pong. What is the name of it? Pickleball. A pickleball would be cute. Would it not? She plays pickleball. That would have been really cute. And it would have been cool if you had a pickleball coaster. That would be cute. I forgot about pickleball. So yeah, that's what's up. Okay, and finally, we're going to do the basketball. We're going to do the basketball. So the baseball is LT. Congratulations, Creative Art by LT. Yeah, man. Oh, a pickleball would be real cute. It really would. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me tonight. It was fun. Hey, Eartha Lewis. Hey, Lorraine. Welcome. Hey, Visionary Creations. Welcome. Hey, Wendy Cutting. Elizabeth Keller. Valerie Evans. Welcome, everybody. All right, we are getting ready to pull on the basketball. Thank you, Jesse Gibson. Hey, Jesse. And here is for the basketball drink coaster. Again, I get to palm a basketball. Sharon Davenport. Holler. Yes, honey. Yes. Basketball drink coaster. Yay. I am so excited. Y'all like these. Okay. So again, let me know what you guys put on a coaster. I want to see, because this was kind of like a fun project. And I especially when we came in with other stuff, the ball is super cute. So the more realistic the picture, the better it turns out. So like even if you got to stand over the top of something and take a picture of something to get that hyper realistic image, get a high resolution realistic image of whatever it is and put it on the coaster. It's going to be real cute, because again, here is the pizza. Here is the pizza. It is adorbs. And then here is the chocolate chip cookie. It was so cute. I love the cookie. Thank you, Vanessa Parnell. That was such a good idea. It really was. This made my night. All right. So thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you being here. Again, let me know if you do this project. I would love to see what you do. These are Make Market sublimation coasters. They have to be sublimation coasters. The ones that I linked in the description below are the rubbery ones. That's kind of floppy. So that's like a quick project to get something, but I do like the glossy make market coasters. So if you can go to Michael's and get to Michael's and get that, that's awesome. If I can find some glossy ones on Amazon, I'll link them in Facebook and probably update the description below. So, but meanwhile, y'all have a great night. Be safe this week coming. It's kind of cool. Usually pools open starting tomorrow. I don't see whoever go to decide to swim in North Carolina right now is a trip. You're gonna get pneumonia. So just be careful. But at any rate, besides that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I look forward to hopefully seeing you next weekend. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. And until the next time we see you all, we hope you have happy coaster making because this is so cute. I love how these turned out. Y'all have a good night. Bye. Oh, you know what? I got to change this part because I did not change this. There we go. Okay. Now we'll see you later.